Welcome back to Utopia Life Truths, the ideals and life truths. Join us and experience Utopia and life truths. This is the continuation of our discussion on marriage. In our today's episode, we are focusing on the transcendency of marriage from cultural to spiritual values. I have here with me a communication scholar and a life coach, Mr. Ndubisi Chukwu. Mr. Chukwu, can you greet our viewers?
Welcome our viewers. I'm glad to receive you on our second episode. The topic is very, very exciting and educating. The transcendency of marriage from cultural to spiritual values. Please stay tuned. You will enjoy this.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chukwu. Please, for the interest of our viewers, could you please explain to us what is transcendency in marriage?
In order for layman to understand, transcendency is dealing with stages in marriage development. Stages, first there was the marriage pre-intercourse, what I call marriage pre-intercourse, then the marriage right stage will follow. And the next is the marriage intercourse proper, which continues for a lifetime of the spouse, and then gaining the transcendency to the marriage post-intercourse. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chukwu. Please, for clarity purpose, could you tell us what are involved in other stages?
Marriage pre-intercourse. Thank you. The marriage pre-intercourse stage is the beginning and the matchmaking process. And the people got engaged after the two aspiring life partners had their courtship or friendship, whereby the man and the woman inquire and peek through the periphery into the depth of each other's souls. At this point in time, people discover their soulmates. When all their basic needs or questions has been partially or fully met or answered accordingly, they will journey further to take inquiry further into the next stage, where consummation of their union begins. I will also use this opportunity to explain further other stages in the transcendency of marriage. The next stage is the marriage right stage. The marriage will be officiated by the supportive parents of the man and the woman who are officially engaged for marriage, and then they will receive the blessings and support of both the families, especially their parents. And after the rite is fulfilled, then follows the nuptial flight into the realm of yet the unknown, called the marriage intercourse. They are going into that very stage to finally know each other for a lifetime. And that's going to be the most studious time and the most engaging period of their adult life together. Apart from the obvious sexual intercourse, the period of marriage is beyond mere sexual activities, emotions, love, hate, commitment, submissiveness, respect, communication, feeding, earning money, and raising children. Is beyond that. Well, after all that I just mentioned now, which is already known and obvious, there are yet involved in a given marriage a synergy and combination of all wisdom and mind-blowing realities which are galvanized together to achieve the purpose of marriage, especially in God. Especially, underline that fact. Don't be so afraid of the unknown here at the stage of marriage intercourse. Don't be too scared. Just open your heart, your mind, and the ears. Do the very best you can to listen to each other and to pay attention to all the spiritual calls or prompts in your marriage. That's how to deal with this stage called marriage intercourse. You know, it's a lifetime something. You are on your way to knowing God better at this stage. If only you can learn and practice the habit of listening to your spouse and aligning with his or her heartbeats through their fears, doubts, confidence, joy, and gladness, etc. And that is the main stage called marriage intercourse. Marriage intercourse is better done together. Underline that fact. It's better done together and alone by mainly the couples who engage each other from the very beginning of courtship. The people who started it from the beginning are the main people that should be involved during the marriage intercourse. There should never be third parties, especially in all major decision making by the couples. Each of the spirit of a man or his wife will frequently place calls through their soul ties. Please listen always and open your mind and ears to learn and to understand. Learning and understanding is very vital to marriage intercourse. Understand each voiceless voices permeating through sometimes the silence and other times the harsh realities that may present itself on daily basis. You can only reply your spouse when you had listened carefully to understand, but they not reply along the line yet in the process of understanding. Only reply when you fully understand each of your spouse's thoughts as communicated. Otherwise, ask questions always for clarity instead. Every soul with their accompanying spirit is begging to be heard and understood in a marriage. Please do not inhibit or restrict the freedom and peace of each spirit of your spouse, inner or silent calls or voices each day. It's very, very important. Then post-intercourse. This is the final stage of marriage transcendence. It's when you begin to realize that you were not there in marriage for yourself alone. You are there in marriage to learn about God, to learn God's purpose, plan, counsel, intents, and wills for the greater good of the whole society or humanity. Marriage transcends human sense, cultural traditions. Marriage will teach you the relationship between heaven and the earth, or rather the relationship between God in Christ and his body on earth, which is also known and called the church. Marriage will communicate God's love to all the parties involved, and that is the man and his wife, and of course inclusive of their children relating with their godly parents. In such a dimension or perspective of understanding, marriage will show you practically how to know the basic facts that as the earth was desolate and formless from the beginning when God made the heaven and the earth. So, therefore, your spouse is not really fully formed in knowledge and understanding of who you are when you first engage each other. And that is where you both will ably need to complement each other through devotions and sacrifices. Thank you so much. That is about transcendence in marriage. I've taken time to give you the 4 stages, namely the marriage intercourse, the marriage right stage, where the marriage is officiated, then the marriage intercourse proper, the lifetime, the post-intercourse, when the understanding of the relationship between marriage and the humanity, fulfilling the purpose of God in marriage as it affects God and humanity on earth. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chukwu. I've said it all. Marriage portrays how Christ will sacrifice everything to preserve the Mother Earth from extinction or from perishing.
Yes.
That's take me to the next question, which may be bothering or bugging the mind of our viewers. Looking at the norms in the typical African religious marriage, why did you say or allude to the fact that marriage should be officiated by the supportive parent of the couples?
It is from the origin. It is by nature, and we should be careful not to violate nature. From the origin of marriage, marriage is the story of creation itself, where the Creator God first instituted marriage. The Creator being the Father of mankind. I hope we understand God to be the source of the Father. God plays fatherly role where He gave a wife to Adam. He officiated and blessed the union. And the transcendence here means that this job has been handed over to your earthly parents. I hope we are understanding this. Has been communicated and handed over. You know, when God finished creating heaven and the earth, He gave responsibility to man. That man that will play the fatherly role of blessing marriage is your parents. The parents of the couple. Take note. The parents of the couple should always and forever, immediately they bless the marriage. Marriage has been officiated. Marriage is legit. When we talk about marriage, right, we were discussing how to make it legit, how to make it legal, how to make it to be culturally in order. Are we getting each other here? So nobody should violate this principle. No matter who you are, the people who bless marriage are the parents of the couple. Are you getting it? Irrespective of your religious affiliation. What you do in every other affiliations you have about marriage, when you have been blessed in a marriage by your parents, you can also into this society.
I think what we are preaching right now, most young people out there who have not tied the knot your message may serve as a source of relief to them, because most of them, after doing the necessary cultural and traditional marriage, which has been formally blessed by both parents of the couples, they still have they continue thinking on how to gather wealth, or how to talk about what they call Christian marriage. Can you throw more light on that angle?
First of all, there's nothing like Christian marriage. Are we getting it? There is nothing, I repeat, there's nothing like Christian marriage.
Marriage may not agree to what you have said.
Marriage has no business with your religion, whether Muslim marriage, Christian marriage, Hindu marriage. That is a trash. And that is the beginning of disobeying God. Are we really getting this? Really? That is the beginning of disobeying God. Whosoever is concerned, listen to me. I stand and they defend this marriage foundation. Foundation doesn't change. Foundation is historic. And we know the history of marriage. We know how it was instituted. Did your religion start marriage in the first place?
What would a lot of people do?
What people are doing is ignorance, expression of ignorance.
A particular church for white weddings.
Okay. Listen to this. Marriage. Listen to this. What people call white wedding is actually another man's cultural wedding. Who are the white? The people whose skin color is not black. Occident and Orient people, that is Europeans. Are we getting it? These are the people that they call, that have a culture where couples wear white wedding gown that signifies purity, and a groom will groom himself in a black suit or any kind of groomed dress. Are you getting it? And he will take the bride to a place where they officiate their marriage in the garden. If they like, in these modern days, those who go to church, they normally take their own to the church. But that is an aberration. That is what I'm stating today. We are going back to the origin. Because when Jesus would teach about marriage, he would say, have you not read from the beginning? Have you not heard from the beginning? Are you getting it? So we are going back to the beginning. The beginning is the foundation, is the standard where a parent will see the children, a man and a woman. Not a man and a man and a woman and a woman. No. It's not transgender marriage. So it's a man and a female folk, because there are things that will come after during consummation of marriage or during marriage intercourse. Marriage intercourse is not sex. During the period of going into the depth of knowing each other in marriage, that is when aspect of it called sexual intercourse can take place. That is not only intercourse. Communication is an intercourse. What are you? This word, the course, split them now. You will find the meaning of intercourse. It's kind of a relationship between where somebody relates with each other and know each other better and understand each other. While they form that basis of understanding each other, they will understand life and understand their purpose, find their purpose, and fulfill their purpose and destiny together as couples. That's why they oftentimes are called life partnership. But going back to what we are talking about,